Welcome back to Faceted Duality Podcast. I'm Amor Tonae.
And I'm Tonae. We're here with a very special guest.
I'm Kay.
Hey, Kay.
Hey.
Tell us a little about yourself.
So I am an entrepreneur. My main gig is I'm a hairstylist. I work with these two lovely ladies at Amor Tonae Salon on Grand Riverside.
13201.
Pull up.
Sophia.
We do walk-ins.
Sometimes
Okay, no, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't take
We do all that.
Anyways, I am a loctician, natural hairstylist. I also have a new skin and hair care line called Luminosity, body butters, sugar scrubs, hair oils, and then I still do a little bit of content like article writing here and there as well.
Yes, and I love your skin butter. It's amazing.
Oh,
My number one.
a multifaceted entrepreneur.
That's
You would consider yourself. That's what's it.
And of course, there's more to Kay's locks, but just a little sprinkle of something.
No, can't leave it all out.
Okay, you gotta follow her at Kay's locks. Keep up with her and everything she got going on.
Case locks everywhere.
And you're also a wife, right?
Yes, I am.
Dun, 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 dun.
I just got straight to business, but yes, I'm a wife, and
Yes.
I'm also a mother of a 5-year-old
Mhm.
who is a very special little boy.
And not only is she your wife, you a goat wife, because she been a wife
Yeah.
for quite some
Yeah,
time.
it's about to literally be 10 years this
Woo.
year. So
A decade of the wife's life. That's
That's
beautiful.
what's up. So yeah, that's actually perfect. We wanted to have you on this episode because of that. You have some experience in building and sharing a life with someone, which is what we kind of want to talk about today.
Okay.
So what's your favorite part about having a life partner?
my favorite part about having a life partner is I guess when twins are like they have a built-in best friend, that's kind of how it feels to have a partner.
Aww. Did you say sight?
Don't start with the awes.
You know I'm a hopeful romantic.
Yes. But yeah, we just get to do life together every day. Like I always got somebody to dish with, to hang out with, whatever we're doing. I got somebody there.
To
partner,
do
friend,
dishes with?
To dish, like gossip or to
Oh.
talk with.
That's
like,
a new one. I ain't never heard that
y'all do the
slang.
dishes together.
We do the dishes together sometimes.
That's dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So having a built-in best friend.
That's cute. I like how you put that with the twin scenario. Oh, okay. Were y'all raised by married parents, both of you?
So we talk about that a lot, that we came from different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents were married, and he came from a single mother household.
Mm-hmm.
So I think together we take those experiences and kind of
You help shape your partnership.
exactly.
That's dope.
What do you? I guess how do you think that shows up in your marriage? Like as far as interdependency versus like being independent.
Yeah.
Do you think that's?
I think we actually have a good balance of that anyway. Like we're together, we're a couple, but we also acknowledge that we're both individuals and do some things alone or support each other even when we're doing those things on our own. But as far as our backgrounds from 2-family versus 1-family household, I think it just makes us conscious of certain things in certain situations, thinking about how it played out for us, seeing our parents as examples when we were younger.
Yeah.
Respect. So did you always kind of want to get married? Was that a goal, you would say, or?
Absolutely. I think also coming from a 2-parent household, like my mom, like my biggest role model when it comes to like women, just seeing her as a mother and as a wife, and I always aspired to be like her naturally.
Oh.
And I just come from like a traditional family,
Yeah.
so like marriage was always the goal.
Got you.
That's beautiful. That plays a huge part coming from, and I can see as far as me and my lifestyle, not being married yet, and my journey till now, being raised by a single mother only, and seeing my mother do everything on her own and herself, and she's been married, but she's been married more than one time. So in it, it was a goal, but I never knew what it looked like for real. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to figure it out. I wanted to do it, but I didn't have that in-home example. And I was with my son's dad for a good 8 years. and it felt like a marriage, but it wasn't.
So where do you think that comes from then? Like, was there other married families or married people that like inspired you, or was it just like a natural instinct? Like, I want to get married one day because it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah. I had my grandparents were married,
Okay.
but I don't feel like they played an intricate role of inspiration in marriage because I wasn't around it enough.
Mm-hmm.
But marriage it existed, but I still didn't know like the influence of what it really looked like. I think the absence of it is more so what gave me the desire, and knowing what it felt like to not have that 2-parent household, and making sure that when I have my son, I wanted to have a different intention of outcome with that.
I think, well, y'all know my mom is married. She's been married, I don't even know, at least half my life. She's been with the same man since I was like this big. So, it's some years and some time there. And I think when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this. Like, this is ridiculous. Because there's so much consideration that goes into it. And like, I have, been a selfish person. Like, you can't really move or do stuff, major life decisions without considering this other person. Yes, but as I've grown, gotten older, I really do see the value in it, and like actually having a partner, and especially when life happens, when shit get kind of tough. Life be life, and I definitely see the value in it as I got older.
Yeah, I saw more value in it as I got older as well, and experienced a very long relationship, and learning after that, evolving more after that, to be single again. And it's like, different things came to realization of the value of life partnership and how I would make sure I succeeded that in alignment moving forward. Um, how do y'all think it's a good sign to know you're ready for marriage? Like some things that you would say is, like you're ready to get married. I can see.
You done being a hoe?
That is important. You should not probably be a hoe.
Don't be in your whole phase trying to
in the whole phase. No,
because that be happening. Like, how many times you heard some, or let me not put gender on it, but somebody say like, you perfect, but like, I'm not done, I want to see what else is out there. Like, go ahead and do your thing. But yeah, definitely exit the whole phase before you try to make somebody your life partner. But what else? What do I know?
For me, when I think about what made me realize I wanted to marry my husband, was I really just couldn't see, like thinking about long term, I couldn't see myself being with anyone else. And we had been dating, I think, 5 years, because we got together, we was like 19.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 5 years before we actually got married. But as things progressed, it was like we both agreed that like we don't want to be with nobody else, right?
Yeah.
So,
but some people would say that's too long. Like, you don't think?
What, 5 years? Mm-hmm. I think we waited 5 years because we were 19 and we were in college. Yeah. We were. I mean, we got married.
Still young.
We got married at 23, which is still young. So yeah, I couldn't imagine us being 19, 20-year-olds getting married. But
yeah. I think it depends on the individual's journey as far as the timing. Like, what's in alignment to do that is, it's a case by case basis.
And I think even before we got married, we had still like talked about marriage and the intentions of it. We just weren't jumping to do it at 20. So
yeah. Okay. Y'all think legal marriage is overrated, the traditional legal marriaging, or can we do without that construct of traditional marriage titles?
Definitely not overrated. Because of the, I guess, legal protections that come with marriage. Like, would you? I don't know. Maybe I'm different, but I wouldn't go work for nobody or work no job, for example, without having, y'all providing me insurance and y'all providing, a contract that says if I'm terminated, then X, Y, and Z is gonna happen. You know what I mean? And I feel like marriage should be kind of the same way because it's you're putting a lot into it. Like, you're investing a lot of time and energy. Sometimes you need that legal protection. I don't know.
Yeah. I've actually seen examples of when people were not legally married. Like, it's really a piece of paper. Yeah, the government is involved in your affair, But in the world, like this is a system we live in where the government kind of rules stuff like that. So it just makes it easier. Because I've seen situations where people were together years and years and years. Something happens to the man, and he didn't do what he needed to do, put in her name on paperwork and stuff. So then she's kind of just
asked out. Don't
Yeah,
have nothing to show for it.
Right.
I see that perspective too. And on the other end of it, because on both ends, I have things I like about it. For me, the non-traditional way, creating the constructs of wills and trusts and different legal documentations on your own can be put into play if you want to skip over the courts being a part of the marriage. But if something happened, you still have these legalities in play on document to go to a court with if necessary to be if it gets to that type of point. So I think it's a way still around it to do it non-traditional but still implement things to cover our end.
And I agree, but I think that it should be both because I mean either way you're involved in the courts, you're still doing paperwork. But I've also seen when those things get challenged after death because you might have an illegitimate child over here. You know what I mean? Just stuff happens, and it's always best to protect your assets and protect the life that you decide to build, whether individually or with another person. Do the most that you can.
I agree. I used to be stronghold when I was in that 8-year relationship with my son's dad. I was totally like, oh, we never got to get married in that type of legal sense at all. But the me now is more so like, yeah, I'm gonna go and get that last name and yeah.
But yeah, I don't see why, and I understand that too. And I think part of it for me was like just hearing people say like, you need the government in your business, you don't need the government in your business, and I get it because I hate the government, but at the same time, yeah, like it's necessary. Anything else you do in the world, like you go register your car, you go register, you get a deed to your house, all this other stuff, like, so it's there for a reason. Exactly, it's there for a reason. Yeah. So don't let people try to tell you, oh, it's just a piece of paper. It is.
But that piece of paper can be very important in the end.
Yes, indeed,
for sure. What's the most important lesson you've learned about love and relationships from being married?
The most important,
if it's more than one, that's
lesson
cool.
about love
and relationships.
And relationships, it's definitely been lots of lessons. But they kind of all tie into really just one thing, and it's just being willing to just keep trying. Like it's gonna get hard with any relationship, no matter how much love you're in with the other person, how compatible you are. Like there are going to be challenges that arises, and me and my husband have overcome a lot of obstacles together. And I think it's because at the end of the day, we're both willing to keep trying and just keep choosing each other. So as long as y'all can stay on the same page with that.
Comes to communication. Great communication. And what about boundaries? Like when y'all are in spaces to where y'all need some space. Yeah. Was that hard at first or?
So for me, the Cancer girlfriend at the beginning when we were dating, I used to kind of be like, what you mean you about to go do something else away from me? But I had to learn to respect, like, he's his own person, he needs his own space. And as I've gotten older, I've been like, wait, I need my own space and my own time too. So we definitely give each other that. And just boundaries in general. Like if maybe things get heated and one of us are like, I really don't want to talk about this right now. Like I used to be like, no, we want to talk about it now. Yeah. Now I give him that space to go calm down. Sometimes I need that too. So
yeah, that's important. That's so healthy. I loved when I got in a space of being able to be like, hey, I need to process this, or if someone tell me they can't right now, because being more of a fiery type of energy, it was more like right now, impulsive. I'm gonna talk about it. Like it was very helpful to be able to just be like, not right now. It's okay. We can talk about it later and respect it.
And you'll probably have a better conversation later when you talk about it.
Exactly. We're not under them emotions in the moment that you under. Ashe, my husband is so amazing, y'all. Gratitude. That was an affirmation. Y'all got that.
Ashe.
Ashe. Do you feel marriage culture is better for our society?
Whew. I feel like that's a tough question.
Do you think it's something that should be encouraged, pushed, programmed, for lack of a better word?
Marriage.
Because that's what it's been for, at least all of my childhood. It was,
No,
the
yeah.
thing.
I feel like it should be, but I'm saying it's hard to say because it seems like it's not anymore so much.
Yeah, it's definitely very colorful as far as what relationships
colorful
look like. Yeah, it's so colorful. It's so many different perspectives, dynamics, needs, desires, comparable. It's colorful. So
My people being led astray.
Yeah. How y'all feel about the colorfulness of the culture of relationships or the way that
our people being led astray?
Yeah. I try to be like, my name Bennett, I ain't in it. But
creating more separation or more unity?
What you mean?
Like, do we need to?
Like, do you feel like these different colorful aspects creates more of a construct of separation in households or more unity
I guess
in households?
I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't really know what y'all mean by colorful.
Well, I guess I'm saying like how we got like these different open relationships, polygamous, the different facets of relationships and what that looks like for people isn't always the one-on-one couple or triple. Yeah,
it's probably it's very. Let me not generalize anybody, but from what I've seen is more toxic than just my mom and my daddy used to argue. Because now you got 3-4 people arguing and like exposing each other online and just doing kid shit. Like these, and most of the people that I see that are in like, let's say, open type situations, like they're usually older and like just seem like they still playing the same kid games. And then they introduce kids into the mix and got them doing
giving them that perspective,
all type of
in
weird
their subconscious mind.
I don't know. I think it would be easier for people to manage a one-on-one relationship or to master having one-on-one relationships, and then, maybe 3 generations from now, if that's the
you're great.
Yeah, like maybe there'll be enough, healing done to, if that's the type of the most beneficial type of relationship. Like I get it. I get the benefits of, having more people in one household. Like I get it. I understand it, but I don't think most people are mature enough or have the emotional bandwidth to be handling that shit.
I personally could not imagine having another partner
in your
partnership.
One is
enough.
Exactly.
One is enough.
But the different dynamics, the different things I've seen people say about that, they are very passionate about bringing awareness to know, like, no, this is to bring more unity and more love and more building and more peaceful. That's all I'm seeing them say. But the intention of that sounds good, and I get it from that perspective of intention, but I'm not seeing it in action for real. Like, I don't know. It seems like more of a masculine energy desire, and then like more women are kind of just being like, well, okay, but this is how I can have you, then I'll try this out. I don't think that's really a natural feminine desire for real. It is. It's out there, but I don't.
Even historically speaking, like in the Bible and other religions and cultures, like it's usually the man that has multiple wives.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and that's where it comes from anyway.
Yeah.
Other lands and cultures before our time was definitely doing that.
If it worked for y'all,
then go for
it. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, to each his own. Everybody has their own idea of what they want their relationship or relationships to look like.
Yes,
so.
For sure.
But just do it for you. Like if it's something that you don't want to do or you don't feel inclined in your spirit, like then just don't do it. Like it's pretty. Yeah. There are so many more single people in the world than I guess personally, I'll speak for myself. Like it's kind of mind blowing to think about how many single people there are. Like people that never have kids or will probably die never having kids. Never been married, like never been in a long-term relationship. I don't know where they at. Faceted Duality. What we say was gonna call it? Faceted Duality speed dating coming soon.
For sure.
But I guess it's just the world is too big to be settling for some shit that you don't really want to do.
It is.
Just because.
And if you just in your environment all the time only and you feel like that, it's because you're really just only in your environment and you're not going out to expand yourself and experience different energy. Because it really is a whole world. And so many people don't travel and move around to even be able to flow and connect with different energy. So you just still dealing with the boy you've been loving around the corner.
Dirty Joe.
Dirty Joe for umpteen years.
Let him go.
Let him go. Let Dirty Joe go. If Dirty Joe dirty, we don't want no dirtiness. Okay?
What Joe did to y'all?
I don't even.
He just dirty.
Yeah, no dirty vibes, no dirty energy.
You know what that made me think about? Y'all remember that movie, Joe's Apartment?
With the roaches?
Yeah. The grossest movie ever.
Yes.
If you go over to a man's house, yeah, she should look like Joe's Apartment.
Ooh.
Run.
That's Dirty Joe for real.
I've met a Dirty Joe before back in my day. Back in the day. And I left out of his apartment.
As you should.
That was nasty. Why would you even invite somebody over there?
You know you got roaches.
People be comfortable though. Like, people be comfortable in their shit.
On Instagram the other day for that. She gave him a plate of food and the roach on the
wall.
wall.
Oh my God. A roach on the wall?
Or it's going on the carpet. She's like, why you ain't clean this up?
Dang, he blasted her online about it?
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's childish.
It was a childish. He could have just left.
And just, yeah. Dang.
The things we do for clout. Would you get? Well, I have questions that I want to ask, but they're all hypotheticals, and I don't want you to be like, I don't want to think like that. Oh. Knowing what you know about married life, would you do it again? Like,
she like with him?
You would? No.
Knowing what I know?
No, like with another person.
Oh, would I marry another person?
Yeah, do you think you would get married again?
Would I get married again?
Would you get married again? Let's say there's a world, alternate reality, you get transported tomorrow. Anthony does not exist. But you still have your consciousness. You know the things that you know. I was married in my last
scenario.
I get what you're saying. Okay, yes, I would get married again.
Okay. That makes me feel good. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Aww.
You mean marriage or going to alternate reality?
Both. Get me up out of here.
I know that's right. Just on and elevate. Yeah. Well, y'all know I'm manifesting like partnerships, so I'm looking forward to the alignment of it.
Me too.
Oh, for me.
For you.
So how long you think you gotta know somebody before you know that they're
spirit will know? I don't know.
I don't think it's like
a time.
2 years.
I think that okay. So,
no, I do think there's a time.
I think that it does because it takes time to really know the layers of someone seriously. So I would definitely want to have a solid building friendship and connection for yeah. I want to say a couple years or so, but I don't want to put a time on it either because it could be less than that. Yeah, where it's really in flow and alignment, where it could be within a year or so. And like, I don't know, but it do take time. I'm not a person that would be like,
you need to see them in certain situations,
like see them angry, how they process their anger. Know it's certain. It's a checklist of things I for sure would say to know. And if that checklist is checked off in whatever time it is, then you can feel like I feel like it would feel like it's time. Yeah.
People change every day. I guess that's my whole thing. So, like, I get it because you want to make sure that everything is everything, but I've heard it countless times. Sometimes, and sometimes it's not even right after we get married. Yeah, but sometimes it's like 10 years later. Mm-hmm. And, this person might not be have the same,
new stuff might come up.
Yeah, I guess
that they didn't even know,
or new ways of handling shit. Like,
for sure.
So I don't know. I don't really think it's about knowing a person. I think it's really, really how a person treats you, and and if y'all have similar values. Like certain things that I value in life have been the same since I was like 5 years old. Like I really value my independence and my autonomy, and I need somebody that is on the same tip, so that we don't have no codependent type weird situation going on. So I think that values and how somebody treats you, and I mean, you could really knock that out in like 6 months.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I said I don't want to put a time for real. It's just more so those aspects, like those elements of it. And if it feels in alignment and it flows to be that, then it be that, no matter what that time can be, because change is constant and we're going to always be evolving, growing, learning in the journey of the marriage. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Alrighty.
this
Any last thoughts? Anything else you want to add to the young women out there that's waiting on their husband to find them?
10 years in the married game. It ain't even a game. It's just 10 years in that married life.
Yeah. Although first advice is going to be patient. Although again, I got with my
easy
husband
for
when
you
we
to
was
say.
19, so I didn't have to do a lot of waiting,
Mhm.
which sometimes I think is like weird to think about people who did not find their partner at such a young age. I say he trapped me early.
Just been out here
but
doing life by themselves.
Yeah, but I guess at the end of the day, if don't settle. That's what I say.
Oh,
Be patient, don't settle.
We definitely ain't settling.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, for sure. That's great advice. Don't settle. Because some people get to a point where they feel like they want to just be married, and they just want that partnership, so they'll
They
just
have a
stick with
checklist. I was supposed to be married at this age and the house and kids,
So,
blah blah blah.
What's the difference between settling and compromising? Because from conversations I've had with people, they just have really unrealistic expectations, and it's not for me to say like you being unrealistic, but like what's the difference? I guess.
Yeah, that's a great question, and a great thing to ask ourselves. I would say the difference in it would be if you're settling, then you're settling for something that you absolutely can't compromise, but you're forcing yourself to do it. But if you can compromise and it basically like if I feel like I can compromise in the area, then it has to still be healthy, a healthy compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Settling is something that isn't healthy for me. I'm just settling for it and accepting it, even though it doesn't feel good, it's not right for me, and I'm gonna just deal with it.
That's interesting because when I hear settling, it's not getting what you wanted. Although it might be a good thing. Like a lot of times, you'll hear people say like, "Oh, he settled down with you because the person he really wanted didn't want him or something like that." But this is still a great woman, and they still gonna have a great life together. But because it wasn't exactly what you wanted or it didn't come packaged how you wanted it, you say that it's settling. I think it's important to kind of draw that line and still be grateful for what life gives you.
For sure.
Not just with partners, but just in general. Like you might not get a Beyonce.
For sure.
You might not even be in the bracket to even think about getting a Beyonce. But you can still get a dope woman,
Because no one has, everybody has some things that is worth compromising with. I feel some people, I feel like I have things that's worth compromising. I'm sure you do. So yeah, I agree.
But yeah, definitely have some non-negotiables. Don't compromise on your non-negotiables because then you'll be settling.
That part.
Perfectly.
Yes.
Perfectly said.
There we go. Perfectly said.
Yeah, I was trying to get that out and you did it. That's what I was trying to say.
What you drinking on the morning?
Oh, I started a 90-day challenge with Fresh Roots Juicery in Detroit on Warren. This is a beet, carrot, orange, apple, mango, lemon, lime, ginger, 100% natural juice from Fresh Roots. And this is a shot of papaya seeds and grapefruit. It's like a nice little detoxing type of shot.
Sounds healthy.
Super healthy. And yeah, I'm embarking on this right now. I'm doing just juicing and water and herbs for the week, and then I go into just raw fruits and vegetables for 60 days.
Sounds 90. Oh,
a 90.
The 60 part.
Well, it's really
just the-
90,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
I'm focused on the 60 because if I
Right.
say 90, we
60
gonna
sounds more
gonna
attainable.
think, okay. But when we get into that last 30 days, it's still gonna be the raw fruits and veggies, but we're incorporating a lot of colon cleansing and parasite cleanses.
Mm.
So
You gonna knock that back?
right now, fresh fruits juicery.
I have to get my shots in.
Whew.
Y'all don't give me no shit.
I've been seeing them do this
got the
video
emotional
in our group, and they like,
See the seeds.
yeah. And if y'all don't, papaya seeds is also a natural birth control to the ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen can take it too. It's a natural birth control.
You a chaser?
Okay.
Use your beet juice. That shit
Mm.
Woo.
It look thick.
It must really be for people who don't really do this type of stuff often. Their taste buds is all dramatic about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because this don't taste bad at all. Yeah, that's cool. They was like, it ain't even that serious.
Yeah, shit.
I don't take all that.
So shout out to Fresh Roots. Follow them.
Shout out to them.
Well, thank you for being with us today, Kay, to share your many different facets of relationships and marriage.
Thank
Life
you.
partnership.
I wish you many more years. Many more.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the anniversary is next. So what year? 11 or 10?
10 next year. I'm having a big party somewhere.
Yeah,
I got to figure out that. I need to start planning it like
for
right
sure.
now. For real,
But first, we got to plan your solar return in July. You trying to cancel? But we'll talk about that when we get off.
talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later then. It was great seeing you again.
Thank you. Just saw you the other day. At the shop.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get it. We're gonna wrap this on that. Peace and love.
Follow Kay's Locks.
Follow Kay's Live.
Peace and love.
Thank y'all.